Despite all the safety features in place on modern ships, we still hear reports of people falling overboard. Most commonly from ferries and cruise ships, I guess because there are more people on them, but it does
I really
happen
feel like
in
it's
cargo
GG's
ships
if it's
too.
like late at
Of
night.
course, the priority is always to get the casualty back, but that's easier said than done. Before even considering a rescue,
There's gotta be like blind spots in these areas. Like, what if you just like I mean, there's cameras there. Like, what if from your room, like for some reason the window breaks open, you just fly out that shit.
you first need to know that a person has fallen overboard. Some ships have sensors, but normally the fastest way is if a witness either sees or hears them fall.
And what if they
In your
don't?
pre-departure safety briefing, you'll be told the textbook response. Throw a life ring, keep pointing at the person in the water, shout "man overboard," and get someone to call the ship's bridge. If you're on my ship, I don't care what it takes. Get a life ring straight in the water, but if you can't find one, then throw whatever you can. Shout "man overboard," and if anyone else is there, get them to call the bridge. Otherwise, if you're alone, call the ship's emergency number or even activate a manual call point. Just do whatever it takes to get the crew's attention. Ideally,
A nigga like me? Never mind. That's fucked up.
at the person in the water and don't take your
I'm
eyes
in a
off
very
them.
toxic
It's easy to
mood,
stay
and I don't
focused
know
as
why.
they move further away, but the moment you take your eyes away, you'll struggle to find them again. But let's be realistic about this. A slow cruise ship will be travelling at 10 knots, that's 5 metres per second. Within 1 minute, that's 300 metres, and within 5 minutes, it's a mile.
Oh my
If the
god.
message doesn't get to the bridge fast, no amount of pointing is going to save them.
Oh
Anyway, as soon as the bridge
yeah, see,
becomes
that's literally terrifying. That's terrifying. That is terrifying, bro. That is fucking terrifying. Imagine you fall overboard and you just see the oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why did I go on cruises?
Where the duty officer will take 3 immediate actions. They'll record the position, release the life ring, and sound the whistle. Recording the position gives you a reference point to easily return to, and is done by pressing the man overboard button on the ship's GPS or electronic chart.
Hit that mob.
Releasing a life ring not only gives the casualty something to grab, but it also has a smoke signal attached which will billow out bright smoke for at least 15 minutes. Also, as the ring floats, it is subject to the same set and drift as the person in the water, making it an ideal datum for a potential search. As for the whistle, the signal for a man overboard is 3 prolonged blasts, corresponding with the Morse code OSCAR. It alerts the crew on our vessel and any nearby vessels to the situation, automatically summoning all officers to the bridge. More
Okay.
importantly though, it should be heard by the person in the water, giving a vital boost to their morale. For those of you studying for your exams,
But
you'll also be told to put the rudder.
this person still hasn't said shit about it being late at night. You're just taking a fucking nightly stroll and you're drunk and you just fucking boom, you're in the water.
Hard over towards the side that the person has fallen.
Oh girl,
Talking
you
of
fall?
maritime exams, did you know that my content is used by training providers and companies?
I don't either. But like, you know, shit happens. Anything could happen, to be honest. Shake that butt. What? Yo, come on, bro. Lock in, bro.
Around the world to help people learn. Although these videos are designed for entertainment, they do contain serious information. I publish on YouTube for everyone to watch, basically for free, but my content
Audie, you
is
been on a
also
cruise
available
before?
to purchase so that it can be used offline, free from ads, sponsorships, and distractions like this advert and these subscription prompts. If I haven't already made a video that you need,
Did I say you've been on an app before on a cruise? Yo, I'm so like, I'm not here. Oh, yeah? Oh.
get in touch as
Take
I
a
can
look.
create a new bespoke resource especially for you. Check
How
out
was
the
it,
link in
Audio?
the description down below, or visit casualnavigation.com and follow the links to the training videos.
I don't think I could go on another
Anyway,
cruise, bro.
we just learned that when someone falls overboard, you put the rudder hard over towards the side that they fell.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, all the cruises have been cool experiences off the boat, though. Well, that's a lie, because the first one, there was like slides and shit. There was like it was like a water park on this. Like, there was actually things to do on the boat. But the second cruise, there wasn't shit to do on the fucking boat, except like plays and shit. And that's for old fuck. I'm not watching no goddamn play.
If they fall on the port side, putting your rudder hard to port will swing your stern
I was
away
happy we
from
were on
them,
cruises
keeping them
because
away
cruises
from
are
the
kind of fire, but like they're not fire at the same time. Like, they're only fire if you're with people, or you know exactly what you're doing every single day.
propellers. It's a nice idea in theory, but when you think of the practicalities, a lot of people say it's a bit pointless unless the bridge actually observed them fall. Otherwise, by the time someone sees them fall, phones the bridge, the officer asks which side they fell, then orders the helm over, the steering pumps physically turn the rudder, and the ship's stern starts to move, you're looking maybe 20 seconds minimum. A slow-moving cruise ship will have travelled over 100 metres in that time, so unless they fell off near the bow, they will have already passed clear astern, and that's the very best case scenario.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like I feel like if they would fall, I used to feel like if they fell, like they would hit the, like they would get sucked into like the rudder thing, whatever it is right here, and then get chopped up. But like obviously that's not what fucking happened. But I don't know.
Past clear astern, and that's the very best case scenario. Putting the rudder immediately hard over does serve another purpose though. It is the perfect start for an emergency man overboard manoeuvre, the Williamson turn. You put your rudder hard over one way, then when you're 60 degrees off your initial course, you put your rudder hard over the other way. By the time you return to the reciprocal of your initial course, you should be retracing your track, theoretically running towards the man overboard. The opposite of a Williamson turn is the Sharnov turn, but that returns you slightly further down your track, so it's not so useful if the casualty has only just fallen.
Okay.
For completeness, the third manoeuvre is the Anderson turn, which will bring you back
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
learning how to fucking drive a cruise ship. I'm finna learn how to drive a cruise ship. It's not a whole cruise. Shit gonna be fire.
But you'll be facing the wrong way if you need to retrace your track. Of course, all these initial actions and maneuvers.
The KRO cruise.
Actually saw the casualty.
The Crow
fall.
cruise ship.
But a lot of man overboard situations actually begin as a missing person case. When a missing person is reported, again, the bridge will immediately note the time and position of the report while the crew try to locate the person on board. If they're not found, you do your best to estimate what time they might have fallen using witnesses, CCTV or other clues. From that, you go back in the ship's log to determine the most likely position that they fell overboard.
I don't want to get on that. Why the fuck not? Hello? Why the fuck would you not want to be on my cruise ship?
Whether you saw them fall or you calculated the most likely position, you now have a place to start searching. Ideally, you'll just spot the casualty and bring them back on board using the ship's rescue boat, but it's rarely that simple.
If you're driving it, I'm
Usually,
not getting on.
You'll end up having to search.
Okay, but why? Like, you still haven't told me why. Like, what the fuck? It's kind of fucked up. I don't trust you driving the ship. Why not? Because obviously if I'm going to be driving a ship, I'm going to have all the practice and clearance and all the shit that I need to do to drive a fucking ship. So why the fuck do you not trust me? Why? Who put their life in your hands? Nice fucking English, buddy. Who wouldn't? You're asking a lot of questions and you're not answering any of them. So why the fuck won't, like, you see, like, this is the shit I'm talking about, bro. You guys niggas don't have no fucking reason. Niggas be saying shit. Why won't you trust me, bro? You know I've been getting to them racks. Ooh. That anyway. You know I can answer you if you haven't already.
Before you can rescue.
Right,
now, we can't cover everything in this video, but we can look at some of the basic search patterns that a ship might use. If you start from the known position, probably the smoke float that you dropped from the bridge wing, you can do what's known as an expanding square search. Every 2 legs, you expand the square slightly, turning 90 degrees at each corner. It's only really effective with a relatively accurate position and a relatively small search area. Next, we have the sector search, which is great for searching in a relatively small circular area. Cover the entire length of the search area in the first pass, then turn 120 degrees and travel for half the length of your first leg. You then turn 120 degrees again and repeat the process until you've travelled the entire circle.
So you make a nuke.
Once complete,
you made a nuke.
You can offset your search by 60 degrees and try again. Over a larger area, you might start with a track line search, literally going up and down your past track. This would probably be done with an aircraft, as it's a
I don't know why
great
this nigga
quick
making these
first pass
perfect ass
looking for
corners
a
like a
man
helicopter
overboard.
just stops dead in
After
its
that,
place and
you might
turns
look
that
at a
fucking
parallel
easy.
sweep search where you track up and down across a wide area. Multiple vessels can even be used in tandem to cover multiple sweeps at once. The width of the
shit.
tracks will depend on things like the visibility and is calculated depending on how easy it would be to spot the casualty. The person in the water is incredibly hard to see, so you would likely have a sweep width of less than half a mile. Of course, assuming
Okay.
you raise the alarm with other vessels and the Coast Guard, there would hopefully be multiple ships all looking for the person in the water. They would keep looking as long as there is a reasonable chance of survival. The search and rescue manual carried on board ships gives a table of likely survival times in different temperatures.
Temperature below 2 degrees Celsius. Yeah, how much is 2 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Is Fahrenheit? I forgot which one's higher. No, Fahrenheit's higher, right? Yeah. 2 degrees Celsius is 45 minutes. Oh, less than 45 minutes for survival. 2 to 4, 90. 4 to 10, 3 hours. 10 to 15, 6 hours. 6 to 20, 12 hours. Okay.
With no external
20
help,
indefinite.
you might use that to help
the
decide
fuck you mean
when to stand
indefinite?
down your search. But the thing is, with modern emergency communications, it likely won't be the ship's
What?
call to make. Although the person fell overboard from your vessel, once you communicate the situation to the Coast Guard, a National Rescue Coordination Centre will take charge and your ship actually becomes a search asset. This does lead to a little confusion sometimes when it comes to the initial radio communication. When a person goes overboard, do you transmit a mayday? After all, a person's life is in danger, so it should carry a mayday priority, but your ship is not the one in danger. Technically, you transmit a mayday relay on behalf of the person who is in the water.
Yo, why am I
But
watching
remember,
this?
when someone's life is
Oh,
at
it's
stake,
over.
getting the message through is the priority. And that
Oh.
brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you for teaching me what happens if someone falls off a cruise ship. You know it's highly unlikely, but you know, thank you. Now I know.